Hey guys, 2 weeks ago we gave you a challenge to build the nicest, coolest, neatest, or weird tower. Well, it's time to bring in those results, and we have a lot of them, so we're going to get through them all. Plus a big news drop in the Minecraft world in regards to servers and Minecraft and regulations and all that. So we break that down for you. We also answer your questions. All that and more coming up.
This is Minecraft Me, a show that is about Minecraft, where we bring you some of the most awesome tutorials on the internet, reviews of mods and pack picks that you can use when you play. We take you on awesome adventures, all with Chase and Joe.
Minecraft Me is brought to you by viewers and listeners like you on Patreon. That's right, patreon.com is a place where you can go and support Minecraft Me for as little as $1 per month. And when you do that, you help keep this show on the air. Head over to patreon.com/Minecraft to support Minecraft Me.
Hey everybody, welcome again to another edition of Minecraft Me. This is the show that is entirely about the game from Mojang, or Mojang, depending on what part of the world you're in, called Minecraft. It doesn't matter if you're beginner or expert. We like to show you how to play this awesome building blocks game. Joining me, oh, by the way, I'm Chase Nunes, I always forget to introduce myself. That's okay, it happens, when I do the show for a while. But joining me every single week, the expert and guide, teacher, and LAN party administrator. I could see this guy last weekend. Here he is, folks, Mr. Joseph Falbey. Hey, Joe. Nice to see you once again.
Yeah, it's been like 4 days.
It's been such a long time, let me tell you.
It has been, yeah.
I got to tell you, when I left, when we left, because John was there too. When we left, and I decided to fill up before I left, I almost broke the law.
Oh, did you? Well, so what's funny about that is, Well, what you're alluding to is the fact that in Oregon, you don't actually pump your own gas.
That's right.
It's pump the gas for you.
Yeah.
However, what's interesting about that is if you fill up yourself, you're not the one who gets the fine. The station is.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. And that's what I figured, because the guy was kind of like,
yeah.
And I was like, oh, no, I'm sorry. I almost touched it, but I didn't. But the best part about it was I drive a diesel vehicle, and the station, so I use an app called Gas Buddy. It basically searches around you what the cheapest price of gas is or diesel fuel. And it said right down the street at this place called, I think, like Leathers, it said diesel was $3.47 a gallon. And I was just like, no way, no. I mean, because it's like $3.99 everywhere else. And I was thinking, whatever. Well, it's on the way to the freeway. I'll check it out. So I drive over. And sure enough, it's $3.47. I was like, what? And then I realized why. So when we...
It was not low sulfur diesel?
It was biodiesel.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was B20 diesel. But the best part about it was when the guy started pumping the gas, he was writing down my license plate. And I was like, why are you writing down my license plate? And so he showed me the form. And basically, in the state of Oregon, when they sell biodiesel to a vehicle, they get a tax write-off. They get a deduction on taxes. So they pass that cost along to me. But
savings,
But they have to log every single vehicle that gets diesel fuel, which is fine. So they can recoup that cost. But hey, let them pump my gas 50 cents cheaper per gallon.
Oh, yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Well, that always annoyed me because Washington has higher gas taxes than Oregon.
Oh, it's awful.
And
it's
so
awful.
It always annoyed me going to Washington and having to pay for the pleasure of pumping my own gas.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that great? Not only that, you're paying, all right.
Yeah. I'm down here, and I'm like, I just pull up, and I'm like, yo, Phil. And they're like, all right.
Well,
up there, I'm like, yo, Phil, and then I realize no one's there, so I have to get out of my car and do it myself.
Yeah. So, well, the thing is, Malik, the good news is, I take care of my car, and John's my mechanic, and well, maybe.
And he was with you in the car. So did he say it was okay, or did he not know what biodiesel was? Was he like, is that from Wales or something?
Yeah.
Just guessing.
No. So no, it worked out well. We got home and everything is good. So it was a great time seeing you, Joe. But yeah, you guys, we have a great show lined up for you guys this week. I always say that every week, but this week I really, really mean it. So last week, Mr. Joe over there,
well, 2 weeks ago now.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, that's right. 2 weeks.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, Joe decided to issue a challenge, a server challenge. And what was that server challenge, Joe?
Well, it seems like a really simple one. All I want is a tower, approximately 20 blocks across, as tall as you want, with as much creativity as possible.
All right.
The only rule is no nerd polls. That's the only real firm, not going to happen.
Right. So we thought, all right, we're going to get a few entries.
Yeah.
We got 16 entries. We have a lot of entries. Incredible.
That's ramping up really, really quickly. The first one we had, what, 4 for the House of Signs? 3 for the House of Signs.
Yeah.
Now we have 16. If the next one goes up at a proportional rate, we'll have what's 16 times 4? Right?
Math quick, go.
So anyway, we would have a lot. I mean, actually, I think it'd be more than that, because it would be 16 squared, which would be 16 by 16, because that was 4 squared to get to 16. If it's 16 by 4, we'll end up with 64. If it's 16 squared, we'll end up with 256 entries. I'm hoping for 256. I know you guys can do it.
Well, the good news here, you guys, is for the first time ever, after this show gets posted, and obviously if you're watching it live, you'll have to wait, but after this show gets posted, I will have a link on episode 130's show page where you can go and vote. You will be able to vote which creation you thought was the best, and we will give out like going to the fair and you've made a craft and you get a ribbon, if you will. We will have 3 levels. We'll have a 3rd place, 2nd place, 1st place, and then to give Joe and I some latitude, we'll have an honorable mention. Okay, so we'll have an honorable mention, and then you will have 1st, 2nd, and 3rd based on your voting. So we'll have a link to that, but we have a lot of them to get to. But before we get to any of those, Joe, man, Joe, I was trying to set you up. Before we get to any of those, Joe, what time is it for, Joe?
What are you talking about? Your order of words are wrong.
It's time for...
Well, we should do the news first.
Yeah, we should.
Are we going to do the news?
Yeah, let's do the news.
Let's do the news.
Let's do the news. All right, so 2 weeks ago... Actually, I'm sorry, last week, we talked about on the show this big Twitter exchange in regard...
I would like to say we broke the news on that.
Oh, you would...
Even though you guys saw it last Thursday, a week ago today, we recorded that on Sunday, which was way before pretty much anybody else was even talking about
You're
this.
not supposed to tell them we recorded it on Sunday, Joe.
I want credit for breaking that news. Give me a break here. Come on.
All right. So we talked about...
It turned into a huge story that everybody has talked about.
So, Joe, let's talk about server monetization.
Right. So this is the end result, because we hit the very beginning of it. Now we're hitting the very end of it. We missed all the stuff that happened in the middle because we were busy.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
It happens. So the big thing about it is the way the whole story went down is, of course, Minecraft said, hey, the EULA says you can't sell stuff on the server, and all the server admins for really big servers were cool.
It's all the fine print that you guys don't read when you install software.
In the EULA. Yep.
Yeah.
And so the big server admins, and when I say big server admin, I'm talking about server networks that have thousands of players. One of the a great example is Hypixel's server.
Hypixel.
Yeah, he has a huge number of players, and a lot of those servers are supported by, in big old giant air quotes, donations. Sort of kind of like we are, but in their case, their donations.
Patreon.com/Minecraft.
In their case, though, their donations unlocked in-game perks. So they would get like major in-game perks. They would get armor. They would get in-game money to do trading. They would get in-server, new equipment, new gear, new blocks, stuff like that. That was in-game. And Mojang finally sort of put their foot down and said, no, that's not cool. That's not all right. That's not what we want. You can, and for a while there, they didn't really say anything else. They just said you can't do that. And all those server admins were freaking out. And I mean, a lot of players were like, whatever, we don't really care. But the server admins for these really big networks that turned this into their career, into what they were doing to make their living, really were like, okay, so I'm out of a job. That's it. Well, I don't know what to do now.
Right.
And it really wasn't kind of a good situation. It was really, really bad. But again, for a lot of players, they only saw a little bit about it. They didn't see a whole lot about it. There were pages and pages and pages of people complaining and just huge diatribes. And then there were people who were saying, no, I think this is really good. This is going to be great. So it just went back and forth. Both sides had a lot to talk about with this. Well, finally, Mojang had said previously they were going to introduce another way for servers to get money. This is what they've come up with.
So let's break it down into sections here as they do, because there's a lot. So the first one is they said you are allowed to charge players access to your server, but so long as the fee is the same for all players. You are allowed to charge for access to your server. You are not allowed to split your player base, and this is where it gets a little confusing, Joe, to paying and non-paying users, nor you can restrict gameplay elements to different tiers of player. Basically, if you're charging for access to a server, you are selling a ticket, and there can only be one type of ticket regardless of how much people are willing to spend.
Right. So what that does is it means that servers that were previously saying, hey, if you give us money, you are a super premium benefit, and you get extra gold armor or extra diamond armor and extra this and extra that. And even as far as, like grief prevention, extra claim blocks. You could buy claim blocks on servers or buy your own town on a townie server. Stuff like that. And they're clearly saying that's not cool. You can't do that. So the next one, though, is you are allowed to accept donations. So if your server is run on donations and you actually have enough players that are willing to donate with no return benefit, they're more than happy to let you do that, which is good because they can't really stop you. I mean,
right. Yeah.
If you're donating money outside of the game, it doesn't really have anything to do with Mojang. So,
right. Yeah. Fair enough.
You're allowed to provide in-game advertising or sponsorship opportunities. That's a pretty big one. If you have a big server network and you have a lot of players, you might be approached by advertisers who want to put maybe ad signs or a banner on your login screen
or an auto
stuff
message
like that to really
something
show
like
off
that, perhaps.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Auto messages, all those sort of things.
Right.
And Minecraft Mojang is saying you are allowed to do that. You are not being blocked from doing that. Here's a big one, and this one I'm going to mention, then we'll probably come back to it. You are allowed to sell in-game items so long as they don't affect gameplay. That would be an example of that is, remember how in a previous episode I had a block on my head?
Yeah, a creeper
block. I had a funny block on my head.
Yeah.
That is an example of stuff you can sell. It's purely cosmetic. It doesn't have any effect to gameplay.
Right.
They don't care about those.
Right.
The only exception they make to that is capes. They don't want anybody selling capes. Anybody who had been selling capes, they're turning it off. They're turning it off. They're going to make them stop doing it. The big one for that was Optifine. Optifine had a thing where you could give them money and they would turn on capes for anybody else who's running Optifine. That was probably the most obvious one. So that one's being nixed. The only capes available will be to special people that they deem appropriate to get a cape and Minecon attendees. Okay. And you can't charge real-world cash for in-game currency.
Okay.
That is sort of self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Don't pretend to be us. Provide your customers with loads of info. So you can't say this is the official Mojang Minecraft server because it's not. It's your server. It's
right.
not Mojang's.
Yeah.
You are not Mojang. I mean, unless you are Mojang, in which case, awesome. Cool. Glad you're watching. The last one here. And then, of course, they are like, thanks for reading and stuff like this. There are the big one here is the in-game items as so long as they don't affect gameplay. That is the one that pretty much everybody is resting. All the server admins out there, the big people who are running big servers, that's the one they're resting their hopes on. Most people don't donate for no return. I know it seems a little negative to say that, but it is absolutely true.
Unfortunately, people want something in return usually for their bucks.
By and large, right. That's the way it goes.
Right.
And and because of the nature of Minecraft and the nature of servers, just being able to play on a server usually isn't enough because there's so many servers out there. It's hard enough to attract players as it is. If you now say you can only play on my server if you give me money, it's going to be even harder. So,
and that's one of the things that we've never.
Right. We don't like that idea.
And we've never done. I mean, we've had people come to us and write into the show and say, hey, you know, I know of a good way you could raise some money for your show and for what you're doing. And that is, hey, charge for extra claim blocks. Charge for maybe a diamond armor kit.
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't do that at all.
Yeah.
Because we would.
One thing that's not mentioned in here, but I think is a good point, and I haven't heard one way or the other, is there are servers who will charge money for ban resets. In other words,
man,
if you get banned from the server, if you pay us $20, we will unban you from the server.
I don't like that at all. I think it's awful.
And there's servers out there that do that,
That's
and they do it all day long, and they don't specifically address that in this document. Now, there were other discussions where they did say that they didn't like that, and that was against rules, but they're not specifically addressing that in the server. So I'm wondering, there's two possibilities here. Either they don't want to address that because they are going to allow it, or they don't want to address that because they don't want it to become widespread.
Right.
You know, you come into our server, you say one thing I don't like, you're banned, but hey, for $20, you can come back.
Or what if improperly you got banned? And it's just like, nope, no, you're banned.
Yeah.
If you want back in, you have to pay. It's like
the review process, no matter what, costs you $20 whether you get back in.
And
or
on
not.
top of that,
that's not cool.
On top of that, let's say someone did break the rule, and I'm playing on the server. I don't want that bad person back in just because they could pay.
Yeah.
No.
So
it's just,
it's
good.
Obviously there's still some questions that need to be answered. One thing that Chase, you and I have talked about very, very briefly is
how does
our
Patreon
on my
rule
interpretation of this, we are in violation of these new rules.
Yeah.
The players who have access to a creative map are effectively at a different tier from players who aren't. Granted, the major chain is a cosmetic thing. They have a different chat color and they have a tag at the end of their name. That is purely cosmetic.
Yeah, but it doesn't change gameplay whatsoever.
Doesn't change gameplay at all.
Right.
The thing that isn't is access to a creative map.
Right.
And the ability to build on it.
Right.
And I believe we're in violation of it. I don't know what we're going to do about it.
Well,
Chase, you and I have had the same idea on a solution for it, but I really don't like that solution.
So here's the deal, you guys. As it is right now, if you decide to contribute to us, and I know a lot of you have on our Patreon page, if you contribute at a certain level, we give you access by means of going through a portal. Same IP address, same server IP. You go through a portal. Now you're in a creative world, and you can build to your heart's content. We give you a plot. You have fun. Now, if Mojang decides to send an email my direction, say, "Hey, I'm sorry, you are in violation," because you know what, I'm not gonna go to them and say, "Hey, are we in violation here?" I'm gonna put that on them. I think we're this small compared to some of the other ones out there.
Right.
That being said, if they did come to me tomorrow, the alternative plan for us to set up would be to take that creative server. Don't worry, you guys wouldn't lose anything.
Creative map.
Because
right now it's a map.
A map, and we would convert it to its own server on its own IP address.
So it would end up being its own separate server.
Yeah.
It'd be more or less like the show server that Chase and I use during our segments, where it would still be on the same box, it would still be in the same rough place, but Patreon subscribers would be a whitelisted server, so only Patreon supporters would have access to it. The big downside to that, and the thing I don't like about that,
no one would be able to go and check it out.
Is nobody else could go and see what's there.
No, because we'd have to whitelist.
I wonder if we could get around. So I was thinking about that. I wonder if the way around that is to give public access to a DIN map type of thing.
Yeah.
So only the players who have
they could
our
look at it from
Patreon
a DIN
backers would be
map.
able to get in, but everybody else could go to a website and look at it.
Yeah, I know it's not.
It's not because it's independent from Minecraft. So yeah. But anyway, hopefully it won't come to that. We don't have to worry about that. But it is good at least to see Mojang pushing something this direction.
Yeah,
I know that a lot of players didn't like the whole
set rules in place because there was a lot of vagueness.
Right.
And a lot of people didn't know how they stood. And so actually, to be honest, some players didn't even care. Some providers, they were sticking their thumbs up and stuff. It's one of those things, I mean, Metasplay's asking, is ignoring the rule the right thing to do? Well, we're not even in 100% sure if we're in compliance or not. I mean, it's such a weird thing because we have a different map.
Right. And the very nature of Minecraft makes it a very flexible thing where based on the plugins you're running, based on the way your server's configured, you can have a huge variance in what's actually on a server. And so the argument could be made that the creative map while it uses Minecraft, it's primarily based around a plugin just to allow that creative map. In which case it's a different thing. Minecraft, Mojang has said that things that are plugin created, that are based in plugin worlds, are more acceptable than things that aren't. So it's a really, really gray area, and like you said, it's better to beg for forgiveness. It's often better to beg forgiveness than to ask permission because,
it's
just get
it's one of those things, you guys, where. And one of the other things in these guidelines is to be clear what you're doing with the money and the donations. You guys have known from the beginning, any kind of contribution to our Patreon goes towards paying for these boxes, so we can keep doing this. I mean, we're totally upfront with you guys. Believe me, and I'm not making anything extra on this at all. And I mean,
and the money that is reported by Patreon is the money. Actually, it's more than what we actually get into the show. Yeah, because Patreon and the payment processors both take a cut. So don't. I mean, clearly, we're not getting rich off the server, Chase. I believe. I'm pretty confident about that.
We're not Hypixel, as you guys can tell. Obviously, we don't get huge number of views on YouTube or Twitch or anything like that. We're very, very small niche community here. And we're just obviously trying to just get by and do a show and have fun with you guys. So if anything does change, we'll let you guys know. Right now, nothing is going to change. We're still going to be pushing forward. We're still going to be creating great shows and having fun with you guys. But the story is for you guys out there who want to know what's going on, and that's why we cover the Minecraft news, even if it may negatively impact us. We have to. We're going to talk about it. So and it's what on a whole, I honestly think this approach is probably a good thing for the Minecraft community, for the players, because there were a lot of servers out there, and there still are a lot of servers out there who are really all about subscription-based models, and that's all they do. And I've actually, on some of the admin forums and admin message boards that I'm on and I'm following, there are guys who talk about, I have a pub server that I put up that's a free server, nothing's on it. It's where I go, it's where my friends go. We have a really good time there. And there's no donations or anything like that on there. And then I have this other server that doesn't appear to be attached to me at all, that is riddled with donation stuff, and it's ads the whole time and all this other kind of stuff. And all that server does is pay for my other server. Oh, geez.
So, I mean, but that's the way it ends up having to be when people are trying to make a career out of running these servers. Yeah. So it's a rough situation. It's harsh. I know it's, people who are running servers really do deserve to get some kind of compensation for it, because it can be a lot of work. But also, I understand. Like I said, I understand Mojang's point of view. For them, it's all about the players.
I mean, worst comes to worst, we'll try to work within any kind of violation if they come to us, and we'll address it.
And I think the solution that we have, if we have to go to it, is one that will take care of it, and it will make it work, and it will abide by the letter of their rules, and will be totally unequivocally above board. But I really hope we don't have to go that way, because I really don't think that what we're doing is negatively impacting our players.
No, I don't think so. And we're more careful in doing that than a lot of other servers that I see.
Oh yeah, big time. Big time.
So
because we've both had people who've come in and been like, "Hey, I'll give you $10 for a full set of diamond armor," and it's like, no.
Yeah, no, it's
go find it. It's underground.
It's one of those things where we try to do the best, you guys, and I know this. Yeah. I know you guys like to see us play Minecraft, and I know this news segment's a little long, but this is a very, very important story that not only affects us, and we know a lot of you guys play on a lot of other servers that do these things, and so you're going to see a lot of changes happening very, very soon on probably those more popular servers, like Hypixels is a great example. So,
yep.
So, all right, you guys. Well, we're going to move on from this subject and talk about some good stuff that it's coming out. Minecraft, by the way, we've been talking about Pocket like no update, no update.
Yeah.
No update.
Well, because people keep emailing and being like, "Oh, you need to talk about Pocket Edition."
And there's nothing to talk about.
Nothing to talk about.
But guess what,
Pocket
Joe?
Edition still exists. Yay!
But guess what? Now there is. Now there's something to talk about. So a few days ago, Pocket Edition 0.9.0 Snapshot has released, and it's the biggest snapshot ever. Obviously, they've been holding up. They've been waiting. And by the way, if you're on Android, this is really the only way that you can try this. Because they have a beta system on Android that you can sign up for. But basically, look at this. There are so many new blocks. There are you get unlimited worlds. They've changed so much. Red sand, they've added granite, redstone, hardened clay, mycelium, cocoa, new mobs. You get slimes now, endermen, wolves, mushrooms, silverfish. You get new and updated. I mean, look at this. This is huge. This is a big freaking update. Now, as always, with a beta, there's going to be some bugs associated with it. So it's very, very important that if you do try this out and you're on Android and you sign up, that you actually participate and report your bugs. They also mentioned that multiplayer is a bit fragile. So if you're having issues with multiplayer and something's not quite right, make sure that you report that using the bug system. But finally, they have an update. And you know what? I agree with Jay Huckabee in our chat room, Joe. I can't believe they didn't have a lot of these things. I feel so bad for man. You guys finally get mushrooms. You get a mushroom crop. And you finally get one of those. I mean, oh man. Now, Joe, you put a story in here about water something. Dungeon. What are you talking about here?
Yeah, so this was leaked, sort of, and I love that using the word leaked for this because it's a water thing.
I get it.
Yeah, it's I'm sorry, everybody. Anyway, this was sort of leaked on Twitter, so not really leaked. This was discussed on Twitter earlier this week or late, I can't remember. And basically, they are expanding. Well, the Mojang guys are expanding on water mobs. They are going to have a new water mob. They haven't really disclosed what it's going to be, but it will be dangerous. It will be painful, and it will be everywhere. Well, it'll be in the water.
Jellyfish. It's going to be jellyfish. Jellyfish. That's what I think. That's my gut. That's my guess.
I don't know. I'm sort of hoping a Battlefield 4-esque giant shark. That's what I'd like to see. Anyway, so anyway, along with those hostile water mobs, there also will be underwater dungeons, which are really cool. So those are coming. There's not a lot of information yet, but one of the things they did sort of leak in the discussion of that is that there will be sea lantern blocks. So there will be a way to light your underwater builds and stuff like that without using night vision potions.
Nice.
That sort of thing. So it'll be really cool. I'm looking forward to it. Not a whole lot is known at this point. It'll probably be out in 1.8, which should be coming in the next month or two. But yeah, really, really cool. Finally, we're going to see some new underwater mobs, something people have been asking about for a long time. And then squids are boring at this point.
And then finally, Joe, and this happened about a week and a half ago, so we definitely want to mention this. Minecraft 1.7.10 pre-release is already out there. Actually, they just recently updated to pre-release number 3. Which contains a lot of bug fixes relating to Minecraft Realms. Remember, do not run this if you want to connect to our server, because you will not be able to.
Yeah, but it's actually pretty cool. They've added a player monitor, so if you have a Minecraft Realms server, you can actually keep track of when people have connected and see the actual connection patterns, which I think is a really cool thing. You also have more control over the actual realms. You can turn on and off different settings. Peaceful and all those things, and a few other things. What is the edit world? There's an edit world thing, but it's pretty much all about realms and how to interact with the realms and show you stats on the realm that you create. So I think it's a cool update. It does not introduce name changes. That was part of the late 1.7. 1.7.9 was one, but I think we predicted earlier that there was probably going to be a 1.7.10.
Yep.
Although now there's a 1.7.10
pre-3.
Yeah. So the pre-release is out right now. You can grab it if you have that if you have the beta builds checked in your launcher, you can grab that and check it out and see what it looks like with the new realms, or with how the realms UI has changed. But it should be available sometime in the next few days. Don't they usually drop fulls on Friday? I think. So we'll see.
Yeah,
but yeah, it should be coming soon.
All right, Joe. That's it for the news. And I know it was a long news segment, you guys.
Bear with
us.
Yes.
Bear with us. Obviously, a lot of changes to Mojang's terms of service in regards to Minecraft servers. We needed to update you guys on how it affects us. But now, talking about servers, it's now time to unveil the big server challenge of the week. Or actually, weeks. It's been 2 weeks since we unveiled the challenge. And remember, this was build yourself the best tower of anything within a 20 by 20 square area. Okay. And what was the one condition, Joe? The one condition?
Oh, no nerd poles.
What?
Yeah. Like, well, which conditions have you already talked about? Tower, any height, 20 blocks.
Right.
No nerd poles. Okay, that's it. Yeah.
Now, don't forget, you guys, you will be able to vote. And just as I mentioned that, it starts to rain. Thanks a lot. No. Yeah, I know. So you'll be able to vote on these on the episode 130 page. Okay, guys? So let's jump in and let's take a look here. Here is entry number 1. This was sent in by... Now, by the way, these are in no particular order. I was really sure to kind of scramble up the orders a little bit. But here is entry number 1 by Supersonic1299. And actually, the cool thing about these, by the way, you guys, is a lot of people like to write in and say things. And he sent this in very early, because as soon as you announced it, Joe, he worked on it all night right after the show. So this was 2 weeks ago, right after the show, and he worked on it. So here we go, Joe. And can you let me in here? Let's take a look around real quick here. This is number 1. Actually, I'll just go in here. Yeah, Skeleton made it in. So we got swords in here. Obviously using a cobblestone. A lot of cobblestone. We got food. Extra stuff there. Let's head upstairs. And then, and
it's
that's
got a prison.
Oh, this is General.
Oh.
General.
All right, that's his bed. So we can't touch his bed.
All right.
And then all the way up to the top, this is cool. He's got parapets and...
Are these like cannons? Are these supposed to be cannons?
I think these are supposed to be cannons, because if you fly outside...
Oh, yeah, they kind of stick out.
You can see the cannon barrel, which is done by a button. Yeah.
Very cool. So this is entry number 1. This is by Supersonic1299. Very nice. All right. So, are we ready? By the way, also in the nice of the mountainside here, kind of a nice little plot. I like the location, so you can look out over the land. Very nice.
Yep. All right, you ready to come over number 2?
Let's go to entry number 2.
All right.
This was sent into the show by GeekGamerTV, and he said he worked hard on gathering resources, planning the design. It's overall a great little castle for the limited region defined by the challenge. Can you find the Legend of Zelda reference? Well, I'll definitely stay away from that lava there.
Yeah. Come on. You know you want it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, I found it.
Oh,
found the reference.
Yeah, I found the reference too. Yeah.
For anybody who doesn't know what Legend of Zelda is, it's a game from Nintendo, and that's a Triforce.
So first off, I like the nether fence here that you see.
Yeah,
because it looks like it's the gate that it should be down there, you know.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
So what we got up here? We got another. So what is that supposed to be? A U.S. flag or just some generic flag here? I like the flag.
I think it's definitely not a U.S. flag.
France?
I think it's a French flag.
So So I didn't know J Geek was French. So
yeah.
If he is, don't.
No, it's not a French flag. I'm sorry, the stripes are going the wrong way.
Oh, okay. Red, white, and blue.
Yeah. But they're top to bottom, horizontal. The French flag is vertical stripes. Really cool. And actually, something we missed is when you go in the door.
Yeah.
You'll see when you first go in the door, you can see a pathway to either side.
Right.
Which leads you around, and I like the torches with the in the frames with the blocks, so they look like they're actually in sconces.
Yeah.
And then here you can go up the can go up inside one of the little towers. Yeah. So one of the corners. Yeah.
Oh,
cool.
wow.
Really cool. Nicely done build.
Very well
There
designed.
seems like an extra block of dirt here. I don't know why that was there. If that was there for a reason, sorry, JGeekW, I just got rid of it. But yeah, no, I think it's a pretty cool build. That's pretty nice.
Very good. So that's entry number 2.
2, yes. All right. You ready for 3?
Let's go to 3.
All right, here we go. 3.
This was sent into the show by, hopefully I get this right, Exinius HD. And basically he said, it's a tower for the server challenge. I would like to donate this tower to someone who wants it after the show. Wow.
Ooh.
So I don't know how we would do that, but we'll got to figure that out. So he's got some signs here.
Well, we can transfer the claim.
So he says the footprint's 14 by 14, and he's got a water elevator here that goes up pretty high. Wow. I'm going to go outside and go up this way. But wow, this is a much higher tower. I like the stained glass there. That is very, very nice.
Yeah, it's built out of stained clay, the whole thing.
By the way,
colors of
Joe,
yes.
for number 2, we were told that is the flag of the Netherlands.
Oh, there we go.
Get it for the Nether.
Nether.
Yeah.
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 That's fantastic,
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is actually a really cool castle. It's a nice good use of different materials. It's the other ones we saw were both stone, which is very traditional. They were also square, and this one is, well, I mean, it's Minecraft, so it's round-ish.
Well, the best part I like about, by the way, I like about this water elevator is there's gaps in between, and then
you can stop at the different floors. If you look behind you, there's openings on the floor.
That is so cool.
So as you go through a different floor, see, there it is right there. There's an opening, and there's another one on the second floor too.
I like that. Very well done. Very well done. So Exinius HD, that is entry number. Oh, hold on, I was going to come back to the front here. Oh wait, no, that's a different house. Entry number 3 by Exinius HD.
Okay, I'm gonna bring you over to 4.
All right.
All right. So here is 4.
So this was sent in by Kendro,
one of our Patreons.
Yep, Ed. And here's what he said. He's got a nice paragraph here. He says, my 20-block diameter firework tower started out as an idea to make a barber pole, but after getting the main tower done, the wife says, it looks like it could be a firework rocket. So I put the red pointy top on, and then I added a fuse. The inside is much bigger looking than the outside. He may still work on it a bit to create levels up to it, but I'm not sure since I'm worn out after work. I've done on it so far. So let me just zoom back here, you guys, and you can see.
Wow.
That is wow. And it's astounding to me. Look at all the redstone. Remember, this is survival, you guys.
Right.
That's a lot of redstone. That's a lot.
That is a lot of redstone. But you know what? Come on inside. This is really impressive.
Wow.
I think the doors are on the other side from where you are.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know where the entrance was, so I just put it down at the bottom of the staircase.
So it's got this little porch thing out here, and then you go inside these wooden doors.
Okay.
And you come into, this is the main floor.
Oh,
but it's a glass floor. Yeah, look down.
Oh, jeez.
So he actually created dug the inside of the tunnel all the way down. You can see how far down that goes.
So
that is a very long ways.
And if you look, it says going down.
Yeah. Where does this sign say? That quick way down. Oh, that must be that. Long way down. That's the stairs. All right.
Oh, it's a quick way down going off this platform, dropping in the water.
Yeah, because you fall into the water. Yeah.
There we go. So he's made it all the way down to bedrock.
Yeah, it's a bedrock. Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
So if I'm gonna teleport you back up here because it's gonna take you forever to
fly up.
It'll take you forever.
Yeah,
so here we are back on the main floor, and the other thing too is look at the style of these stairs. They're sort of rounded stairs going up.
Yeah,
between
very
these levels.
nice. Because he kind of put them so they're kind of against the walls, right? You know.
Right.
So they attach very well. And this goes up for a while. By the way, I like the use of the sponge right there. Very nice. It's like you don't usually know when you're going to use it, but he's got a border around on the inside there. Very nice.
And then he goes up here, and there's like a little lookout ledge,
wow.
supported by endstone. Yeah,
right there.
Pretty cool.
It's like I'm looking out right here. Wow.
Yeah, they're calling you out on that. That's end stone, not sponge.
Oh, end stone. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Why don't I mean it kind of looks like sponge. Sorry.
Well, but it's clearly end stone.
Clearly. Yeah. Clearly I'm still a noob.
We'll work on maybe that's the next thing we need to work on, Chase, is block identification.
Yeah, this is wood. That is stone.
Stone brick, yeah. All right, I'll bring you over to entry number 5.
That's
if you're
glass.
ready.
That's definitely glass. Yeah,
Are they panes or blocks?
These are blocks.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. All right, so go
You
ahead.
got a 50-50 shot on that one.
Yeah, I know. I went for it. All right, what's number?
All right, I'll bring you over to number 5.
Number 5. This is entry by Mavic, and this is what he said. He says, "If I'm correct, the server challenge was to build an ordnate creative tower. I couldn't decide whether to make it ordnate or creative, so I made 2.
Or I think he means ornate.
Ornate, sorry. One is extremely tall pillar into the sky, and the other is worn down mossy castle tower. So there we go. So
There's the mossy tower to the right.
So would this count as a nerd pull on like the nth degree, Joe?
This is almost of a supersized nerd pull. I think it might be.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
We're still going up.
Yes.
Wait. Is there a top?
Yes, I've nearly reached the top.
Hold on. We're getting there, you guys. We're getting there.
Oh, there it is. And I've reached the top.
And
good criminy.
Oh wait, whoa, what's that?
I cut a hole in the top because I wanted to look down.
Yeah.
Well, hold shift and walk up to the
edge.
And,
wow.
It's a very long ways down.
That is totally a long ways down.
Yeah. So yeah, but however, I believe I would qualify this as a mega-sized nerd pull.
Yeah, so let's go look at the other creation next door.
Yeah, let's go look at the other one real quick. We'll just kind of fall. There we go. All right. So yeah, this is it's really nicely detailed on the outside. I love the hanging vines. I like the use of the mossy blocks every once in a while. The mossy, the mossy cobble blocks.
Very rustic.
Yeah, kind of cool. Definitely, yeah, I like this one too. I really like the style of it. I like the fact that it's kind of worn down a little bit.
I like mossy. I like the mossy. The only thing is though, Joe, there's one minor issue. Just one.
Yes. The windows are mismatched.
Well, no door too.
That is true. Well, maybe you're not supposed to get. Maybe this is the top tower of a giant castle buried underground.
That's true, and it's just coming up.
Right. This is the only part that's left. Everything else, the sediment has filled in. All right, let's go to the next one.
All right, number 6.
Get a little silly. All right, number 6 is...
And this is by LoveMonkey789, and he said this is a great hall
looks like a lodge.
For a medieval tower in a castle. So a hall.
Okay.
So, all right.
Okay.
All right, let's take a look. Wow, it's a big hall. Oh, by the way, also Redstone King...
It's a great hall.
The Great Hall. Sorry, the Great Hall.
It is nicely detailed in here. It is the privy.
Oh, yeah. Wait, is this some sort of something?
Oh, geez, where does it go? I just fell down the privy.
Oh, by the way, Joe, there's more stuff downstairs here. Supply chests.
Oh, nice.
And wow, dug out a lot of space down here. And a little bit.
Yeah, so I do like this, but it's not terribly tower-y.
Yeah, it's more of a hall-y.
Right. I mean, it's a great hall.
I mean, it's within the size.
It is within the size limitation, so I guess technically it would be. Thank you, Huckabee.
When you come and do a live show, you guys, it's so good. Anyway, all right. So there we go. That is number 5. Let's head to 6.
That's number 6.
Oh, number 7 then. Let's head to 7.
Let's head to 7. All right, entry 7.
And this is sent in, as you guys can see, by Mardi Gras. He said this is a fully functional lighthouse.
Oh, and he's even here.
With a revolving light. So the light up at the top there revolves. Aw. Joe slamming the door behind me. Yeah, I'm fine. So as you can see here, we got small space down here. Let's head upstairs. Got another room there. Another little room here with an observation deck. So let me go out here real quick. Ooh, here's the O deck.
Nice.
And now I'm going to head upstairs a little bit more. All right, get up there. All right, here we go. And, oh, wow. So here's some redstone with the revolving light. So I guess once this is on, the lights revolve, obviously.
Yep.
Oh, there they go. And look, I'll do it from the outside here. Wow, that is really freaking cool.
But this is the sort of thing that you make sure you do not leave running on the server.
Yes,
of course. But no, definitely cool. A lighthouse. It is totally in with what we with what I was really looking for was this sort of thing. A tower like this. I mean, not a lighthouse specifically, but a really nicely built, ornate.
I just like the
style.
fact that we're out here in the middle of the like right here on the water, and this is.
It's true.
Great use of redstone here to show off a light from a distance, and when you look at it from a distance, it looks pretty freaking cool.
It does, definitely.
All right, nice job. And now let's move on to number 8.
Number 8.
This was sent in by Jen in the Morning, and Jen in the Morning actually sent in 2 entries. So. I don't think you said, Joe, you couldn't send in multiple entries, though. But
no, I don't think there's a reason why you can't. And these actually are sort of complementary entries.
This is Tower of Falling Lava for the 20 by 20 challenge. It's visually interesting, a bit glaringly bright, especially in a combination with its sister tower across the road. Coordinates will be in a separate submission. So let me walk through here. First off, I like the entry. So notice Jen here decided to create this like walkway leading up to the tower, which there was nothing against the rules in doing so.
No. Just the tower itself is the limiting factor.
So by the way, I love the entry. That is so freaking cool. And there's Metasploit here, but you don't look like Jen. Anyway, so there's a lot of lava here. There's a lot of lava. Joe, you're taking a bath?
Yeah.
All right,
well, you know what's kind of cool about this one because it's all lava. You can just we can just go right through it. Look at that. Here, watch. I'll come right back.
Woo! Woo! But look up here, man. Look at this, you guys. It goes for days.
It does go a long ways up there.
Days and days. And then we got glowstone at the top.
It's capped with glowstone. Nice.
Nice.
And then when you want to leave, you just fly right through the wall.
But look at it from a distance. Anyway. Look at this.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So then if you turn left, you'll see their next tower, which is the sister tower, as they said, the matching tower, which is a tower of water, which is pretty cool. I like that. Nice use of
now this
carved stone in the entry.
This tower. This one is not a part of the challenge here, oddly enough. It's just a sister tower. The other coordinates, by the way, if we head over to 9 now, Joe.
Oh, okay. 9.
This is a wooden helix enviro-friendly 20 by 20. Now, Jen says, I'm not sure if this tower qualifies as it does not measure 20 by 20. It comes under that. Not sure.
That's fine.
Okay, yeah. Some people thought...
20 by 20 is the max.
Right. But look at the helix design here, you guys.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. By the way, I know someone requested for me to turn on shaders. It wouldn't be fair to do that now because I didn't do it before. Yeah. So we're just going to stick with what I got for right now. But that would have been a great idea at the start. But right next to the... didn't even realize we're there right next to each other.
We're right next to the rocket. Yeah.
But wow, look at this. This is very beautiful. This is nice.
Oh, yeah. Really, really nicely done. I love the coil on it. It is... The double helix is just such a cool effect.
Yeah, no, it is very, very nice. I like the effect, and it looks like a natural tree, yet it's not, obviously, but looks so cool. And wait, can you go inside? Hold on here. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow, it goes all the way up inside there. This is very, very nice.
Well, there are doors on the upper level.
Oh, I got you.
So you can fly to the upper level and go in one of the doors if you would like to.
Oh, wow. So this was also created and sent into the show by Jen in the Morning. This is number 9.
9. Yep.
Very nice.
All right, number 10.
So this was done by, I like to say Team BC75 because there was a few people on this project. But this is myself and my 2 kids. This was Matthew Clark and PG75.
PG75.
Yep.
Yeah.
Myself and 2 of my kids worked on this tower. It's near the entrance of AT&T Park. So let's take a look here. Let's. Wow, this is pretty massive. First, let me give you guys a whiteout view for a moment here. I like how this like stair step
kind of gets bigger and smaller and yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, that too. Yeah.
Wow, that looks incredible. Look how
it is every single time we do something like this. I never know what to expect, and I'm always blown away. And it's never exactly what I anticipated seeing. It's always amazing.
Wow, and it goes so far up. But I'm gonna go from the inside first here, you guys. So let me just pull it in here.
That's cool.
That just looks so great from a distance.
Oh, you'll love it when you get up to the top. This is really, really cool.
All right, so let me go inside here for a moment so you guys can take a look. This is, I mean, look at this. So you got a rotating staircase that goes all the way up, and that is just wow.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna go out the outside here.
Well, no, you gotta. Okay, I'm gonna bring you to here because we got to go to this part on his stairs. So this is you came up the spiral through the middle,
right?
And now you go outside and you take the outside spiral staircase to get all the way up to the top, which means you better not be afraid of heights because we are a long ways up there.
Hey, wait a minute! He can almost watch a game from up here. And we need to do something about that. No,
but check this out.
Oh,
he has a 4-piece map up at the top, which is actually really difficult to get sized exactly right. It takes quite a bit of work to get that just right. But yeah, from up here, nice view of AT&T Park over there.
Nice little clip there of the park.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Impressive, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, very, very nice. This is number 10. Very, very well. All right, let's head over.
All right, bring you over to number 11.
11.
All right, here we go.
So we got Otos Padre here. This is just Tower Challenge. No explanation needed. So let's take a look inside here. Ooh, this is very interesting. I like the mossy stone here. Got some brick. Take a look here.
Some crack brick in places, too.
Yeah. Shows a little distressedness, which I like. It really shows some accenting to the...
Yeah. And there's stairs. So you can either take the stairs on the inside, or there is also stairs on the outside that connect at every once in a while.
Oh, wow. And there's actually some lookout points here, Joe. I don't know if you noticed.
Right. Well, those stairs go... So see to the right there?
Oh, yeah.
Look to the right. You can see the stairs connecting those levels.
Wow.
And then they reach a certain point, and it goes back inside.
Wow, this is
That's
great.
Cool.
This is phenomenal
definitely.
stuff. And I like the torch at the top there. Very, very well done. And I love the accenting with the distressed stone and the little mossy rock there. And it's just those little touches make it really nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jay Huckabee, you're more than welcome to come build on our server anytime.
Oh, yeah. Please.
Please, come on in, man.
And remember, these were all... So don't look at these and be like, oh, man... I can't do that because of, they had creative or something like that. No, they didn't. They didn't have any creative. Anybody can do this.
Anybody.
It's totally survival. So,
very,
all right, next map.
Nice. Yes, let's move on.
Next one. All right, number 12.
Number 12, this was sent in by one of our own, Norm's Girl, because I worked very hard on it and it wasn't very easy. I drowned a few times and fell to my death a few times. Wow.
Well, yeah, if you look down... goes underwater.
All right, so let's just go underwater.
You can't
here.
see it very. Let me help you with that.
You're gonna give me some.
Actually, I don't know that I can give this to you because you're invisible. So see if you can pick that up.
No, I won't be able to. Hold on here.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay, that'll work. So yeah, drink that potion, and then you'll be able to see underwater really easily. See?
Oh yeah.
Is that nice?
So wow. So it goes all the way down, all the way into the sea. But let's take a look at what she did inside here. Hold on. So as you can see, she's got this like protectionary. I see.
It's like a closed off spiral staircase. So she's up here too.
So you don't fall off. But I'm gonna come up to the top here. So so I guess you enter in from the outside. You walk up from the outside, and then you come in. There's Norm's girl.
Yep.
And
then there's an opposing spiral on the inside that goes down.
And then you have lava, this lava waterfall here. Wow.
Right in the middle, yeah.
Very, very
And you actually go all the way down in underwater. And yeah, man, this must have taken a long time to hollow out like this.
Oh my gosh. Well, and the worst thing about trying to hollow out is you're working underwater.
Right.
And working underwater, you guys, it's so hard. It is
a pain.
So hard. Grim is telling me that the lava's been chase-proofed. Thank you very much, Grim. Thank you so much with that. But man, this is incredible. It goes very far deep, but I love the added challenge of the water. I mean, that is so difficult to do.
And don't overlook the wood that's on the bottom here too. These are all acacia wood, which is really cool. It's actually a huge amount of it too. You can see all of this that's stacked up all over the place. Really a nice addition, and I'm sure that she did it mostly for the pattern on the top, because the pattern on the top is really unique. I really like that.
Wow.
That look.
And I love the you walk on the outside to get in all the way up, and then you have the sparring case going down. Very well done. Yeah. Very, very well done. Man, these are going to be some hard choices for a lot of people to make here.
They will be too.
Wow. So, all right. So, let's move on. Nice job, Norms.
Number 13. Yeah, nice tower on number 12 from Norm's girl.
This one
this
sent
is 13.
Yeah, it's sent in by J Solid 110. It's my amazing lookout tower. Has a great view. I submit this for the challenge. First attempt at one since I came back to the server. So,
nice.
So first off, hats off to J Solid for coming on back. I liked, again, the swooping design, Joe. This kind of curved swooping design.
Yeah, the spirally look.
That.
Yeah.
But if you look at this, first person I think I've seen to try to incorporate some minecart track.
Or I'll send the cart back down for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
And there it is. So let me jump in here. And and I'm already up. Nice. Wow. So freaking cool. I like the minecart, by the way. Very nice touch.
Yeah.
And we look at it from a distance. You got a nice spiral design. And first person to use a minecart. Very nice.
Yep. And two different kinds of wood spiraling around each other. Two spirals of two different kinds of wood. Definitely cool.
Very creative. Very, very creative. Nice job. Let's move on,
right.
Mr. Joe, to number 14.
Number 14.
This was sent into the show by Page Girl, and it's very tall. I put a lot of time into it, and I want to show the world. So we got a nice big tower building here. Let's take a look here.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, Joe, the torches, very well placed, not just randomly, but a nice clean design from the top. I like that a lot.
Yep.
Nice attention to detail. The windows, my gosh. The nice slits. Oh, look at this, Joe. You see the
on the inside.
Yeah,
Holy
the glowstone. Wow. Wow.
Wow, and it's under the glass.
That is, yeah, so you get a nice effect with it. Wow, that is.
Oh, and then look up when you're down there. Look up, and you have a glowstone chandelier hanging from the ceiling there.
Wow, that is so freaking cool. And then let me walk up here. Almost looks like these steps. By the way, it looks like they're floating.
It does, yeah, because the glass floor
almost
really
looks like
nice.
they're floating. That's so nice. So walk up to this next level here. Then you got the chandelier. You got furnaces, and then we go up to the next one. Kitty. Hi, Kitty. Hi, Kitty. Kitty looks a little possessed. All right. Wow. Very, very, very well done.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Very good stuff. All right, Joe, let's move on here. We are down to our final two.
Yep. All right, so here is, and I didn't number these, but this one's 15.
Yeah, this
is signs out.
Yep.
This is 15 by Aggles, who is fairly famous in the server. He is the one for which the term aggled is named after. He tends to go a little overboard with builds, so in a good way. Don't get me wrong, in a very good way.
He did have something to say on this. He says, "Okay, this was built for the 20 by 20 challenge. I thought I need to think outside the box and do something crazy. So I took a look into the box the sandbox, that is, building a 20 by 20 sand castle with the main tower reaching 22 blocks above water level. To finish it off, though, I did add a bridge way to it, so it extends outside the 20 by 20 area. So that's the bridge that you guys see there. This build was done 100% in survival of sandstone and wood. Sand was from the resource map. It took 3 hours for him to work on. So
wow.
So there we go. And by the way, first one we've seen in a kind of a desert biome. Granted, I know we're on a beach, but I like the sandstone. I like all the push buttons everywhere. That looks so freaking cool.
Kind of, it kind of looks like a big sandcastle, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what he was going for, and it really does sort of carry that off.
I definitely want to, now I want to go to a beach or something. I'm going to make it day again so we give everybody same daylight looking here. And now it's time for the final one, number 16. Let's do it, Joe.
All right.
This was sent in by Soda Pop 2013. It's right over here. And
it's actually back here.
Sorry.
Kind of going.
Oh,
not
the pagoda.
Turn to your left. Yeah.
This one.
This way.
This way over here.
This over here.
Oh, it's over here.
This is over here. Yeah.
Oh.
And there's a whole set of signs out front. Look at this.
Welcome to Joe and Chase. I'm sorry I couldn't be here, but I wanted to know how grateful I am that you are actually looking at this. But, inside for finished sentence, I didn't plan on winning anyway. Oh, come on, man. I finished this during a storm. Oh, well, fair enough. You don't want to ruin your computer if you've had to shut it down real quick. So
this is a very small little tower, but it does have some nice elements to it. We mentioned the vines are falling down the outside. I think that's a cool look. Cobblestone. Good use of a half slab to create a small window on the side. I like the small windows.
Yeah, that's cool. Usually overlooked. So very
nice. Yeah. I mean, it's small, but it's still cool. I think every single one of the castles we've seen here has had some really, really cool elements to it. And they've all, by and large, they've all blown me away. Just amazed at how far some of these have gone. And I don't know how one is going to be picked.
So just to let you guys know how it's going to work, basically, once this episode is posted, you'll go to the episode 130 page. So on the episode page, there will be a link to a poll. You click on that link. You submit your vote in the poll. You're only going to get... Now, should we let them multiple choices or just one choice? What do you think, Joe?
I think it should just be one choice.
One choice it is. Sounds good. So you're going to get one choice. You'll get to select. And then the next week, we will announce the winner. I may not use straw poll because I want to try to find a different polling site that doesn't show the results until I want to show the results. I don't want them to be active results or anything like that. I kind of want to keep it in suspense. So if you guys, by the way, if you're live watching right now and you know of one of those services, please pop it in the chat and let me know. But yes, we have 16 great entries. Thank you so much for entering. And we will announce the first, second, and third. So the bronze, silver, and gold, and honorable mentions. Joe and I will talk about it, and we'll deliver as well. And maybe we will try to do a in the basement of the main spawn building. We can't do portals to every single one of these, but we might try to do a push button wall like we mentioned before. I think that'd be a lot easier. If we can get just simple teleports out to each one of these towers so you guys can hop on the server and check them out yourself if you'd like. Yeah, totally, for sure. Yeah, because, I mean, I know a lot of you guys will be like, I want to see these. I want to make sure I'm voting for one I really want to vote for. So yeah, we'll see if we can get that set up for you guys. All right, so now we have one challenge in the books, and you're probably wondering, what's the next challenge? And I'm going to give you guys the next challenge. So this one's on me, and this is kind of a throwback to my youth. And when I was a little kid, I would go to the mall, and at the mall they would have something called Aladdin's Castle. And Aladdin's Castle was a mini arcade that was inside the mall. So basically, what the premise is, your parents would drop you off while they did the shopping, and you would go play games. So here's the deal. With the same footprint size, 20 by 20, you have to create your very own Aladdin's Castle. So think of it this way. Here's some qualifications. 20 by 20 footprint, okay? It cannot be multi-level. So no No multi-level, so it's one floor. Okay, you can have multiple rooms if you wish, but one level. Because remember, we're trying to make this like it's in a mall. So here's a picture for inspiration here. Here's what Aladdin's castle looked like in a mall. Looks like, I think maybe back in the 70s, I want to say. Here's another one at another mall here. As you can see, they have a counter for redemption, and they have arcades machines inside. Here is another picture of Aladdin's castle here as well. So,
maybe we should clarify, because some of our younger viewers may not know what a video game arcade was.
It's all right. Think of it this way, you guys. It's a room. It's a game room. So it can be, to give you guys some ideas, you can make your own little arcade machines. You have furniture put out, maybe a big pool table, a little mini bowling alley.
So it's like a place where you can go and play primitive console games.
Sure. Whatever.
No, I mean, hopefully you guys out there know what a video game arcade was. They were really cool. There are less and less of them all the time now.
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, just think of a place with a lot of pinball machines.
Yeah, pinball machines, an arcade. But remember, one room, 20 by 20. Okay.
Oh, that's a good point. Rapid points out that there is an arcade in the Spawn Theater building.
That's true.
If you go into the theaters and go out the upper exit from either one of the theaters, you will be in the official Geek Gamer Spawn arcade. So if you want to use that as sort of a model or get any inspiration from that, there you go.
So remember, 20 by 20, as far as a footprint goes, one level, okay? One level, like at the mall here, as you could see.
Yeah,
it's
one floor.
One floor, all right?
No split level arcades.
No split level arcades. But remember, 20 by 20. So it could be a really high ceiling, but no upper levels or anything like that. So going to give you guys a little bit more challenge. Think about what's that, feng shui? Is that what you call it? Feng shui, when you think about how you're going to design the inside of this awesome room, this awesome arcade. So 20 by 20, do your best. We're going to give you 2 weeks, just like this one. So the due date on this will be June 25th by the end of the evening, 11:59 p.m. If you turn on the day of, that's fine. But June 25th, use geekgamer.tv/server showcase. Make sure you let us know that you're doing it for the challenge, and we'll do this again in a couple weeks. So this was a lot of fun. Oh yeah, Dave & Buster's, Red Sox fan, great equivalent as well. We did Dave & Buster's when we were at Minecon. So,
but less Angry Birds back then.
Yes. So
it really was an Angry Birds arcade.
So one thing we are going to do real quick, and this is usually we just say this, in passing and everything. Hold on here. There we go. We usually say this in passing, that we're going to give out server XP to all the people who are here. But some of you guys were paying attention, and we did talk about how we're going to quote unquote sell the naming rights to the theater. Really, it's we wanted to try to obviously raise some more cash for the Patreon to make sure we offset those fees. And Joe, we are now going to go enter the Grimm Theater. Would you look at this? So the Grimm Theater. Now, I'm not sure if the person who named it the Grimm Theater, I didn't exactly get permission whether or not to reveal his identity. So if he wants to do so in the forums, he's more than welcome to do so. I didn't ask first, so I'm not going to talk about who did this. But on our Patreon, there is a level, one specific... Thanks, you, Joe. We got Minecraft Me and the Big Chase.
Yep.
Wasn't it a different movie? Never mind. No.
I think it was, but I'm going to go watch The Big Chase. That sounds way more interesting.
Totally. I'm going to join you. I'm going to get a seat here. God, it's really noisy. Yeah, thanks. Can I have some popcorn? You know what? Actually, I want to say a big thanks to these guys right here who are joining us during our live show. Thanks to you guys.
Holy smokes, there's a disembodied sword.
Yeah, there is. I just want to say thanks to you guys who are joining us during this live show at the Grimm Theater. Because if you are, guess what happens? We hook you up with EXP during a live show. So thanks to you guys joining us on the show. Really do appreciate it. It's very noisy.
It is quite noisy.
So we do.
But actually,
yeah, go
I
ahead,
think you
Joe.
should come over. You should.
Oh, I'm out.
No, never mind. Yeah,
Sorry. I was.
We really need to show off the rather ridiculous thing that they've built in the other theaters. We'll talk about it later.
So we do have a few questions that were sent into the show. Some of them we've already answered talking about the EULA stuff. So some of you guys did send in questions about that. We've already addressed that. So thank you for those questions. But we do have some not related to that. I think it's McGuinan, I believe it's pronounced. Hi, Joe and Chase. Could you revisit how to download a server and show how to get plugins? So basically, how to create a server, I assume, is what McGuinan.
Probably a bucket or a spigot, a server, something that uses plugins. Yeah,
yeah. We've done that before, and we actually recently revisited that. Gosh. If I don't know the episode number off the top of my head, but I know we have. So we'll try to get that done for you. We also great email here coming in from Up and Coming. Said hello, Chase and Joe. I believe there was a question sent in on episode 128 from Son of Awesomes saying that he couldn't purchase realms for some unknown reason. I went through a similar problem. I couldn't purchase it. After a while, it turned out that although Minecraft claims to allow credit cards in certain states, PayPal and PayPal only can be used. Wow, I did not even know this. Mojang could have fixed this by now. My only source for this is personal experience. I apologize if it's unrelated to Minecraft. Also, I was wondering if you could make a special episode of Geek Gamer telling kind of more about you and Joe's backgrounds. I like to know about you too, and I'm sure other fans do as well. I hope this message was not too long, although it is. Thank you for doing what you're doing and keep digging. Well, thanks for the email, Up and Coming. We don't talk about ourselves too much because usually it's boring. People don't care. They don't want to hear about it, But
my I don't know. My background is thrilling and amazing,
Joe.
And I mean, there was those 2 years I was a lion tamer, and that very brief stint as a stunt pilot, stuff like that.
Yeah. Want to remind you guys, by the way, that please make sure you use the server showcase nomination form. I know some of you guys have been emailing in your builds. That is not the right place. So make sure you use the form on our website. Go to the Minecraft Me page, head on down to that button. Just click on it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you guys real quick where that is because it's really quite simple to locate. So when you head over to the website here, geekgamer.tv, see where it says shows, go down to where it says Minecraft Me, click on that, and then when you're on the Minecraft Me page here, just scroll on down here on the right-hand side, real simple and easy, server showcase form. Just click on that, and then it'll take you right to the form. You fill out this form right here, if it's for the showcase or the challenge, and then just fill it out, your name, your email address, where it is, who built it, that sort of thing, and just submit it into the show. We try to, we get a lot of great submissions, and, sometimes, obviously, we can only pick one. So that unfortunately does happen. But yes, there you go. I want to say, you guys, thanks to the person that I can't even talk about because, I can't because I didn't get permission. He decided to donate to the Patreon and pull the trigger on the naming rights. And a lot of you guys may realize that we are community driven. We do the show for you guys. We just want to sustain ourselves, meaning we just want to be able to pay for the server. That's our number one goal. And we've been able to achieve that thanks to you guys. Patreon.com/Minecraft is the page to head to. All you got to do is head over there. And if you decide to contribute and be a part of the community here, you can scroll on down and you actually get a really cool we already talked about this. If you decide to go in at $5 or more per month, we give you access to, we give you the ability to build to your heart's content on our creative-only map, and we give you a reserved spot for Survivor games, which, by the way, Joe, we need to pick a date coming up pretty soon here.
Yeah, definitely.
For the month of June. So
sometime the next couple weeks here.
Yeah, and it'll probably be on a Sunday afternoon. I will guarantee it's probably going to happen on a Sunday afternoon just because, I'm working. I'm working during the day now. Yes, by the way, I do have a job. I edit video during the day. and create video.
You make video.
I make video and edit it at the same time. It's quite complicated.
Well, it's sort of one and then the other.
Yeah, that's true. It's shoot, edit, shoot. Actually, no. Shoot, edit, voiceover, edit, publish, print. Or print?
Print?
Yeah.
Print? Really?
Yeah.
Print?
No.
Like what, the film? What do you print to film?
Yeah, actually, I take a stamp.
Does it go to newsreels in front of different movies?
Yeah,
and
right.
Back in the 20s already?
But if you guys want to support the show that is creating a show about Minecraft, head over to patreon.com/Minecraft. And seriously, you guys, thanks to your support, we really couldn't do it without you guys. You guys rock. I want to say a big thanks to this guy right here. He actually keeps the servers up and going. When you Patreon sign up and I give him the list of names, this is the guy that puts them in and makes sure that you guys
I am
have
the one
access.
who slacks off and takes a week to do it.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, Mr. Joe Falbey, you can follow him on the Twitter at Falbey, Falbey. If you guys want, you can definitely follow me on the Twitter at Nunes, Nunes, and please follow the network on Twitter as well at GeekGamerTV. You'll know when the show goes live, unless like it was for this episode where I completely forgot to tweet it out. Yeah, it happens. If you missed any of our previous episodes, if you want to know, hey, did we cover a certain topic, or you're not quite sure, you can always head back to our website, GeekGamer.tv. This is where you can see all of our previous shows, also other things that we do. By the way, Joe, did you know that there's a new show that I'm doing on Jupiter Broadcasting called How to Linux? Did you know this, Joe?
I actually did.
Yeah, I talked to you about it, and we shot episode 1 last week, and it is posted on GeekGamerTV. So if you guys want to check that out, we have it there at GeekGamer.tv. We do the show Thursday evenings, 8 p.m. Pacific time. We usually get started if Skype isn't acting up on us at live.geekgamer.tv. And we do Geek Gamer Weekly on Sundays. We're going to be doing again on Sunday. 5 or 6? Gosh, what's the
6 officially, isn't it?
What's the calendar say? I got to look at the calendar.
Oh, the 6th, or at what time?
Yeah, what time? Yeah, it's a 5 or 6.
I thought it was 6.
I don't remember.
Oh no,
I just honestly don't remember. I don't remember. I'm looking here. 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. Sunday.
5 o'clock. Oh.
5 o'clock Sunday. So please join us if you want to know what we thought of E3. Good, bad, ugly. You already got
pretty much
indifferent. Whatever. But yes, please make sure you check that out as well. So that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us and being part of our community. We really do appreciate it. Big shout out to our patrons, our moderators, and all you guys. You all rock. Thank you so much for joining us. And we'll see you guys back in next week in about 7 days. I'm Mr. Joe Falbey. I'm Chase Nunes. Thanks for watching. Keep digging.